Hello, good evening. Wherever you are, I don't know what time you're watching this by this time, but it's I think 5 p.m. here in the evening now. Yeah. So this is your girl, good girl Gisela, and I'm here as usual to announce to you the good news. I'm here to announce to you the good news as usual, yeah. And talk about one or two experiences and one or two facts. Yeah. The other time we spoke about if you look through my channel, we spoke about other stuff. Yeah. It's been a long time I've come online, but I'm here to talk about one particular thing. Yeah. As a chosen one, have you ever wondered? I know by now in my previous videos you know what a chosen one is, right? You know what a chosen one in my previous video, right? I'm sure by now in my previous video you know what a chosen one is. So if you see and you know and you consider yourself as a chosen one, have you ever wondered why people stare at you whenever you walk? They stare at you even when you're in the group, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or more, even at the beach or somewhere, you go somewhere in the restaurant or in the supermarket or something. Have you ever wondered why people look at you so much? And then you ask yourself, sometimes you feel uncomfortable. That's when you don't know. But now I know I don't feel uncomfortable anymore. Now, these are the reasons why people stare at you. Number one reason why people stare at you is that maybe, yes, as a chosen one, you might look attractive. That's for the normal people, a normal chosen one like you, or a normal person. I'm sure by now, in my previous video, you know what a chosen one is. So if you see and you know and you consider yourself as a chosen one, have you ever wondered why people stare at you whenever you walk? They stare at you even when you're in the group, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or more, even at the beach or somewhere, you go somewhere in the restaurant or in the supermarket or something. Have you ever wondered why people look at you so much? And then you ask yourself, sometimes you feel uncomfortable. That's when you don't know. But now I know I don't feel uncomfortable anymore. Now, these are the reasons why people stare at you. Number one reason why people stare at you is that maybe, yes, as a chosen one, you might look attractive. That's for the normal people, a normal chosen one like you, or a normal person. Like, as a normal person, that's what they want. As a normal person will see you, yes, you are attractive, or maybe there's something about you the person sees, or maybe the energy, or maybe what you were doing, or maybe you were loud at that particular time. Yes, that's the number one factor. But let me tell you the number two main factor about other ones who look at you, stare at you. Look, not everyone walking is a normal person like you. Not everyone walking around is a normal human being like you. You know, there are people who have eyes. When I say eyes, I mean spiritual eyes, which are third eyes. Some of them go and buy it. Some of them inherit it. Some of them, I once heard from someone that we know where we are coming from. Yeah, we know where we are coming from. Or you are the one who doesn't know where you are coming from, but I know where I'm coming from. That's what the person told me. So there are people who have third eyes naturally. They have third eye naturally, and they know where they are coming from. So when they look at you naturally with their eyes, they can see what you cannot see about yourself. Let's say maybe in the next 5 months you're going to get a car from somewhere, or maybe in the next 6 months you're going to be promoted. Maybe you don't know, you were not expecting it, but that's a blessing from God. That person who has that eye here is able to see whatever is coming or whatever is good for you, or is able to see that maybe you are chosen by God, or maybe when you die you're not going to hell, but you're going to heaven, or maybe see something like a destiny or something. They can see it. So when the person sees it, the person wants to get close to you and take it from you. That's the whatever good thing, because I think whenever you are able to see, you have your own powers, that you're able to do your own things for yourself. God doesn't provide for you. Whenever whenever you're able to get those powers, or maybe you are naturally from somewhere, you have spiritual power and all, you have spiritual eyes and all that, you are not able to do what God is not. You are able to do things. You think you have powers and all that. They think they have powers and all that, so they are able to do things, which is what, take what belongs to you. Because according to the Bible, since from the time of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and by violence shall we take it what? By force. And by violence shall we take it by force. How do we suffer violence? By what? People day in and day out snatching our blessings from us, snatching things from us. Do you understand? Whatever happens and whatever things that are supposed to come day in and day out, God has something for us and they snatch it. So you have to pray. That's why he said, anytime you are in trouble, pray, because maybe your something is somewhere by someone using it anyhow. So when you pray, God will go and get it for you. So this is the main reason why, the second main reason why I think some of them stare at you, because they can see, they have eyes, they can see whatever going. Now the third main reason why, I also want to show you why people look at you and they just stare at you anyhow. 2, because chosen ones, those who have eyes, when they see us, they know. And there's no way God will choose you and he will not also give you his type of eyes. When you are awake, like let's say spiritual awakening, that's the process when you now know who you are in God, right? You now know you are chosen, you now know. So when you are awake, God cannot just leave you like that. Do you understand? When you are awake, God cannot just leave you like that. He also has to give you eyes. God will not leave you like that. Do you understand? God cannot leave you also like that when he chooses you. Like the way Satan chooses his people, he gives them eyes, powers to steal things, kill, destroy and all that. God will also give you powers. When I call that power is because when they see you, they see that you also have eyes. Like you have eyes here, which is open. You know, when God has not chosen you yet, you'll be asleep. You don't know people who don't like you. You don't see through people. You are just walking around. So anybody can do anything to you at any time. But when God chooses you and he wants to bless you and he has a purpose for you, he will awaken you. Awaken you means what? Opening the third eye. Yeah. Third eye doesn't mean maybe you'll be able to see, because it's from God. It is not a bad eye. It's a good eye for your own protection. So your third eye is open. It's called high level consciousness. So you become very, 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 very conscious. That's the third eye opening as a child of God. That's your third eye opening. That's your own third eye. You become very conscious around you. You are able to hear. I mean, when I say hear, when someone says something to you, you are able to hear warnings. You're able to hear everything they say it as it is. And then there's you're able to see. When I say you're able to see, you are able to see things ahead of you. You're able to feel things ahead of you. You're able to see, like you see true things, right? And then your nose, you're able to smell. I don't know if other ones feel that. You're able to smell things. When you eat something that is not good for your system, you smell it in a way that's not good for your liking and all that. You know? And then the most important one, that is you are able to hear. So you are able to hear. That's the most important one. Like you're able to hear warnings. You like, don't go here. You know when you see when there's danger, when there is danger, you feel it and everything. Do you understand? That's what I like mostly about the third eye, the high consciousness level of awakening. Like you hear stuff like example, for my experience, how I knew I could hear. Some people call it intuition, but I don't call it like that. As a child of God, there is nothing like intuition. You don't have your own intuition. It is God who awakens you and opens your third eye for you to have a high level of what? Consciousness. Do you understand? So you are able to. So from my experience, that's what happened. A friend of mine asked me to go somewhere with her friend, which is a guy. So when we were going, that's what happened. Not knowing where not knowing where I was going was not good for me. Like it was a no-go area, it was a dead area. If I had entered that place with that person, I was gonna be killed, like slaughtered, and then leave my family. People would need me out there. Do you understand? So people don't care nowadays out there because you're a child of God. In this world that we are in now, good is bad and bad is good. So you are breaking the law when you are trying to mean that good is good and bad is bad. So God has told us in this end days to wear the full armor of God. Go and Google and search about the full armor of God and understand. And then my next video, I'll come and we talk about the full armor of God, so that you understand how to be in these days. Do you understand? Because man, it's crazy out there. It's crazy out there. Because I was able to hear that, hey, because I was able to hear, I was able to discern, hey, don't go, don't get her out of the car, don't do this, where you're going is not bad. I felt it within me. Do you understand? You feel it. It's a high level of consciousness. That's God has chosen you for something, so he will awaken you. He also give you a third eye for your own protection. Yours is not bad, no. So those people who can see that yours is opening, is awoken, when they see you, they get frightened. They think you have eyes like theirs. They think you can see through them. So they just, even some of them will even give you bad eye directly. They'll start misbehaving some way, giving you bad eyes, like this, like sizing you and doing all that, thinking maybe you know or you've seen them, but maybe it's not like that. Do you understand? So with that eye, naturally when people see you, they just show themselves up. They confess. Okay, you confess, right? They just confess, they just act up, and then you know who to go to and who not to go to, who to be careful towards and who not to be careful towards. Hey, it's not that we are trying to be enemies or we are promoting violence out there. No, we are just trying to know, to say, be watchful out there and be careful out there. Okay, pray always, because the Bible says that pray without ceasing. Okay, pray without season. Next time we're going to talk about more deep insightful things. Okay, we're going to talk about more and deep insightful things. Thanks so much for listening to me and having time for me. I say share it, share the link, share for others also to understand and know the basic things of life. Be wise as a serpent. Chosen one, we are a chosen generation.